I am the Germinator. So, I have realized something. Well, that's the thing. I'm God. I'm Jesus. I'm the sower of seeds. Okay? So, look, when seeds are sown, a seed, it germinates. Okay? It germinates. So, all my videos I talk about magic and how magic works. Okay? And how I don't like the word magic because it starts with M-A, ma. And, you know, you have Mother Earth, you have Mary, yeah. So, there's a war happening between me and her. She's worshipped, she's the world. And I am trying to make my voice heard. So look, I am the Germinator, okay? Years ago, I used to be very outspoken about my thoughts, about immigration, World War One, World War Two, what actually happens. You know, it's one of those things you're not allowed to talk about. You know, it's not like God said you can't talk about it. You can't, you know, I'm good. I'll talk about what I like. Man has decided, you know, there are certain people who have decided that who can talk about what. And the reason they do that is because they're evil and they want to hide the truth for their evil agendas. You know, there's an evil purpose for what they're doing. And people have had the wool pulled over their eyes. They don't know. They don't realize it. They don't see it. They're blind. Okay? So, I was reading, let me read Matthew chapter 13, okay? 1 second. Lighter refill. Oh, it better work. Just give it a second. Hang on. Okay. So, this isn't a scripted video. As you may... Well, I'm going to read Matthew chapter 13. So, I mean, it's scripture, isn't it? So there we go. Okay. The parable of the sower. Matthew chapter 13. That same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat by the lake. Such large crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat in it, while all the people stood on the shore. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places, where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly, because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Excusez-moi. This is going to annoy me, isn't it? Come on. Sorry about that. I turned the valve on my lighter and I forgot I turned it. Whoops. Anyway. So, the parable of the sower. Okay. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. Well, I'm talking about germinate. So, you think if you grow a plant, it germinates. And then someone comes along, they harvest it, and then they eat it. Does that make you a German? It says here, whoever has ears, let them hear. Well, you know what an ear of corn is, right? Is wheat also? Is it an ear of wheat as well? I'm not sure actually. I think it might be. Yeah, okay. So it says here, the disciples came to him and asked, "Why do you speak to the people in parables?" He replied, "Because the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them. Whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. This is why I speak to them in parables. Though seeing, they do not see. Though hearing, they do not hear or understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. You will be ever hearing, but never understanding. You will be ever seeing, but never perceiving. For this people's heart has become calloused. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their hearts, and turn, and I would heal them." But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I tell you, many prophets and righteous people longed to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it. Listen then to what the parable of the sower means. When anyone hears the message about the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what was sown in their heart. This is the seed sown along the path. The seed falling on rocky ground refers to someone who hears the word and at once receives it with joy. But since they have no roots, they last only a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, they quickly fall away. The seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but the worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke the word, making it unfruitful. But the seed falling on good soil refers to someone who hears the word and understands it. This is the one who produces a crop, yielding 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown. Okay, so let me stop here for a second, because we're living in the age now, well, we're living in a time when a lot of people are doing anal sex. Okay, and so what a man is doing is he's depositing his seed in soil. Do you understand? So it says here, but the seed falling on good soil refers to someone who hears the word and understands it. This is the one who produces a crop. This is sex magic. Okay, what's happening? What people are doing? Sex magic, evil sex magic. Okay. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, think about it. It's crazy, but it's what people do. Produces a crop or produces a crab. Time for a crab. I mean, a crab. It's the good side. Oh, and here we go with the parable of the weeds. We're living in the time of everyone growing weed. Everyone wants to smoke weed. You know, people, you think of all the rich celebrities who get stoned all the time. They like to get stoned. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. The parable of the weeds. Jesus told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared. The owner's servants came to him and said, "Sir, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Where then did the weeds come from?" "An enemy did this," he replied. The servants asked him, "Do you want us to go and pull them up?" "No," he answered, "because while you are pulling the weeds, you may uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At that time I will tell the harvesters, first collect the weeds and tie them in bundles to be burned. Then gather the wheat and bring it into my barn." Okay. So yeah, we've got a lot of people in this world who like to sow seeds. Well, that's the thing. A man sows his seed every time he, ejaculates. You know what I mean? Essentially. Well, it's seed. That's what it's referred to as, seed. Okay? Yeah. I mean, this is the thing, right? God so loved the world. That's in the past tense. World is earth, is soil, is shit. People do the things they do because they're like moths attracted to a flame that burns them. It's a consuming fire. That is temptation. People are tempted to do things that they shouldn't do, and then they do it, and then they get burned. I'm trying to explain it as best as I can. Okay. See, that's the thing. Mary, she is like the flame that the moths fly to. Okay. I'm God, and I'm being the serpent on the pole. I'm the serpent on the pole that if you pay attention to me, you look at me, you listen to me, you love me, you'll survive. If you don't, you don't. That's how it is. So I'm being a bit blunt. Blunt? You know what a blunt is, don't you? I smoked a blunt once, actually. But this is interesting, isn't it? Because, you know, people, they're smoking weed to get high. Yeah? Jesus said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but evil in high places. Okay? But, you know, against the evil powers and principalities that are in high places, right? Don't quote me word for word, but, you know, I hope you already know it, to be honest. This is the thing. I'm God. I understand. I understand better than anybody else. Which means if people don't understand me, they're elevating themselves. That's why people do it. That's why people don't understand God, is because they're too busy trying to overstand God, to elevate themselves above God. Because even if they're not consciously aware of what they're doing, the fact is they're being led around by demons. And because they're being led around by demons, they're doing demonic stuff, evil stuff. And I warned people that Judgment Day was coming. So this is the thing, right? So you have the films, right? You have Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, he speaks German. He's an Austrian, but he speaks German, right? And he's the Terminator. Yeah? So you have the German Terminator, the Germinator. You understand? It's that's the thing. Everything that comes out of Hollywood, the music industry, it's all witchcraft designed to attack God and God's children. Essentially, that's basically what it is. Judgment Day is inevitable. But this is the thing, they stir the pot, you know? That's the thing. If you take light and then mix it with darkness, if you take truth and you mix it with lies, and you turn it into art, and then you get everyone to worship it, that's evil magic. That's what it is. Yeah. So, what can we talk about? What can we talk about? Let me carry on here. Okay, so verse 31. This is the NIV version, by the way. So we've got the parables of the mustard seed and the yeast. Okay, so verse 31, he told them another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants, and becomes a tree, so that the birds come and perch in its branches. He told them still another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed into about 60 pounds of flour until it worked all through the dough. Jesus spoke all these things to the crowd in parables. He did not say anything to them without using a parable. So was fulfilled what was spoken through the prophet. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden since the creation of the world. The parable of the weeds explained, verse 36. Then he left the crowd and went into the house. His disciples came to him and said, "Explain to us the parable of the weeds in the field." He answered, "The one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed stands for the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the harvesters are angels. As the weeds are pulled up and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will weed out of his kingdom everything that causes sin and all who do evil. They will throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Whoever has ears, let them hear." Yeah, I mean, there's the parables of the hidden treasure and the pearl, and then after that, there's the parable of the net. In the Terminator films, what do you have? You have Skynet. It's witchcraft, is what it is. People talk about AI taking over the world. I'm God, I'm here. All that is witchcraft designed to hide me more than anything else. I sit behind a computer screen all day. Evil eye. AI also is 1 and 19. The number 19. In tarot, 19 is the sun. Artificial intelligence, art intelligence. Okay, magic intelligence. I'm talking about, you see, you have to look at things from all. You have to see how. If you look at something in one particular way, you're missing tons of stuff. You have to be able to look at something from all different angles to see what it is, how it connects with all kinds of different things. Otherwise, you'll never understand anything. Okay. But essentially, that's what I made this video to say. I am the Germinator. Okay. So I'm the sower of seeds. I'm trying to point out evil witchcraft that's taking place in this world. Look at what's happening. There was the COVID-19, okay? Coronavirus. Corona means crown, okay? So everyone's talking about using Dettol. You've seen Dettol, okay? So it's got, the logo for Dettol, toll, okay? Debt. Who are you indebted to? God, right? That's how it goes, unless you've repented and God has forgiven you. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Debt toll, and it has a sword. So the logo, it has the sword. Okay, and it's about it's used to kill germs. That's the thing. The Germans. See, the thing is that wherever there is truth, there is light. And that's the thing. They understood a lot of things. They may not have got every single thing correct, but there was light in what they were saying. The darkness of the world attacked them. Okay? That's the truth. Okay? Germany's quite a different place these days, really. But, you know, I suppose after World War II, and yeah, well, times, you know, things were very difficult for them. People hide the truth so it can't be found, so it can't be talked about. Why do they do that? Why do people want to hide the truth? I said in one of my previous videos, I said, look, people who feel like their freedom of expression has been taken away from them, you know, they have to look at what they've done first. You know, you can't pray to God and say, oh, please give us our freedom of speech back, when you've removed someone else's freedom of speech. You know, people have to actually learn the truth. It's no good if you just learn, you know, if you're only learning a bit of truth for your own self-interest. You know, do you know what I mean? Like when someone steps on your toes, oh, then it's a problem. Okay. And then you still won't listen to the other people who complained before you about the same thing. You know, it's stupid. You know, it's like you're not ready. You don't know the truth. You're not ready for the truth, if that's how you are. You know, you have to understand that this world is full of, you know, so many lies have been told. So many, like, you wouldn't believe, like you need to believe. You need to understand that there have been a lot of lies. There's been a lot of propaganda to hide the truth. People look at the world and they think, yeah, it's a pretty good place. You know, people are generally pretty good. That's not the truth. The truth is that the vast majority of people are demon possessed, but influenced by demons. When you see it, when you know it, once your eyes are opened and you see it, you'll never unsee it ever again. But you have to get to there. You have to actually get there. You actually have to realize how evil the world really is. And you have to be committed to learning the truth. You have to understand that the world has done a lot to hide the truth. That's the best. That's what I'm saying. Okay, you know, take it or leave it. All right. I got a new watch today. It's a Bulova lunar pilot. It's got a meteorite dial on it. It's a chronograph watch. It went to the moon, you know, it's a moon watch. Yeah, anyway, I got it today. Happy with it. Another watch to the collection. Anyway, Just thought I'd point that out. Sower of seed. Are you sowing the good seed or are you sowing the bad seed? That's the question, right? So, I want to upload this video and I want to post some more videos to my Facebook page and my X Twitter page. It's under my name. It has my name, Grant Salvin. So I'm going to post some other videos to show you what I'm speaking about. Okay? You know, some Dettol videos, the Germinator as well. I found the Germinator as well on YouTube. So I'll be posting that on social media. So, and more videos will come later on. Okay? Stop there? Okay, we'll stop there.